G'day gang. I thought whilst I'm out here I'm going to change the clock spring on this Nissan Dualis. Removing the airbag. It's the same with the Navara, I think a D41 or something like that, and the Qashqai and all those things that got a steering wheel looks like that sort of thing. Now I've already got it off, but I'll just show you what holds it on, because if you're not kind of adventurous, you will never find it. So if you see these little tags here on either side, they clip in under these. Oh, they clip under these little ramps there, see that? So what you need to do is, in through the side where that little hole is, it'll come in with a screwdriver, a bladed screwdriver. You'll come in, and can you see that? Right there. You've got to hold the screwdriver up against that edge there and just push it inwards as you pull out on the airbag, and that pushes that spring in and allows you to pop that back out. So yeah, so now I'm going to disconnect all the wiring and we'll get the steering wheel off. Okay, now to get the airbag out, all you need to do is flick that fella up and she comes off. And now we're all disarmed. Mind you, lots of people want to put the pull the battery out. I don't normally do it, but I guess for safety, if you're unsure, pull the battery out. Disconnect the battery at least. Or I'm going to knock the steering wheel off it now. Looks like a 21mm. So it's 19mm, we're just loosening him off. If you look here, we've got a little notch pointing to where the steering wheel is going straight up. I might just get my marker. I'll put a little mark on the steer wheel. Well, actually it's got one, look, there's a little arrow. Can you see it? There it is. It lines up with that character. Look at him. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull on the, we don't even have to, it's come loose on its own, so it's not even any need for a puller, and there's nowhere for a puller to go either, so let's have a look under that. So the wheel's off there. Next we're going to remove the shroud and remove the switches. Okay, so there's a bunch Phillips head screws up under here, so we'll pull all those out and remove the shroud. Come back to you when I've got all that pulled apart. Get the shroud off it, eh? Okay, so we'll remove this, just pick it out in the, oh, sorry guys. If I stick this in here, I can kind of muscle that apart a little bit. No time for the faint-hearted. You've really got to get in and move stuff around. So that can sit down in there. Just leave it like that. There's the adjuster for the height. Just leave him turned down there. He's alright like that. And we can slip this bit up out the way there. We'll just have to, we'll leave all that up in there, that's easier for us. Now we're just going to take the switches off. There's a little clip here, and there's one on the other side of it. We push those in. There we go, push those in and the whole switch comes out, see? Okay, so we'll get the other one off. There he is. Leave him dangling down there. He's got a wire hanging off him. We'll leave him there like that. Now we'll undo the clock spring itself. So once you've undone the two Phillips head screws, one there and one there, you can pick this up, slide him up over the top. Then we've got some wires here to unplug. So I'll get them unplugged, and then we're ready to reinstall the new unit. And there we are. She's off. You can't go wrong with the plugs. They're all special sizes. Will only fit where they go. Those ones there. So we'll get the other clock spring. Okay, so there's the new one. It comes with a little mechanism there to stop the clock spring from actually turning around whilst you install it and while it's in transport. So we'll leave that on for the moment, that little plastic piece. It comes with new Phillips heads, they're captive, so don't worry about keeping the old Phillips heads. And yep, next we're going to plug this in, plug those wires back in there, and poke it back up. So you will need to do one more thing before you install the new clock spring, and that's to take this mechanism off the back of the old unit. It's Phillips heads. I'll need two hands. There's three of those. And we'll take that unit off. We'll plug, screw that back onto the new one. Right up. Okay. So we just remove that section, and we move him over to this fella. We need to use the screws that come with it too. Look, these are the old screws. We need to use those. Now let me screw this all back together. We're ready to plug her in. Okay, so whilst you're putting this together, just note that there's a thick tab and a thin tab, and they have to go into the little slots there, thin slot and a thick slot, so that when this is all spinning-a-thinging around, it's all spinning-a-thinging at the right time. Anyway, we'll clip this bugger back on. Now when you're plugging these back in, that yellow one, the middle one's got to go in first. They've got to go in an order. That one's got to go first, then you can put this fella, because they interlock with each other, those two. So now we've got that all plugged together. We'll swing him back up in here. Slide him into place, tighten up some screws. So that's all reattached and nice and solid and secure. All we've got to do is bring this up here, clip him into place. Oh, headlight switch, an indicator, same deal. Slide him in, click him into position, there we go. Happy days. We remove this. That's that little lock, that little thing there. We'll put the shroud back on now, I think. It's our best bet. Whack the shroud back up. And then we can whack the steer wheel back on. And with that all assembled, we'll make sure we've clipped all those little things together all the way down the back there. She's sweet as. Steer wheel on time. Just need to feed that airbag wire through the steer wheel. Bit hard to do there with one hand, but hang on, we'll come back. That's the little locator that turns the whole clock spring mechanism. Let's see, it's now secured. We'll look at our little notch there. There's our little notches. They're lined up. Happy days. Just like they were. Tighten that nut back up. We'll throw the cover back on. Okay, with all the wires and things all plugged back on, position him. It's got a little hole there with a, alright, sorry about the shaky cam there. So we need to line him up and just bang him back on. Horn works. Now let's see if the airbag light has extinguished. Let's wait for it. She's still got the flasher going on. Better get the scanner out, clear the code. And the scanner port is down in here, in the fuse box. Plug him in. We'll boot her up. I'll bring you back when I get onto that, into the Nissan business. Believe it or not, that's the last clock spring available in Australia for these things. And so I don't know how long this light's been flashing up there, airbag light. I scanned it, it said it had an issue with the clock spring, so last one available in Australia. There we go, airbag system. I'll read the current code. It says no DTC request is detected. We'll just clear it anyways. An airbag light is gone. Let's just double check it stays gone. There we go. Done. Happy days. All in all, I don't know, 15 minutes or something like that, I guess. The video probably took longer. Have yourselves a good one. Check you later.